Hey, great to see everyone. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Hey guys, any questions? Just raise your hand.
Hope everyone had a good time at the show. Hey, Mandy and John, you guys can feel free to start calling out people for questions, but I'll stay and try to get as many answers as I can for people who travel. I really appreciate everyone being here. It's very awesome being back in Vegas where we started everything 4 years ago, the 5th Double or Nothing. Thought we started out hot and ended. Oh no.
All right. Let's talk about it, man. Best singles dog collar match of all time. Check. Best Iron Man match of all time. Fucking check. Jesus Christ. I thought Jay White had trouble with this fucking thing.
It's tough.
Could be because of the wrist. Best fucking four-way match. Fucking triple check. But people are still going to hate. They can't help themselves. I mean, I get it. I get it. Who the fuck wants to look in the mirror and go, yeah, there's a 27-year-old child who's the best professional wrestler in the world when I've accomplished close to nothing in my fucking life. So I get why AEW fans are so fucking hot. I get it, Tony. I really do. I really do. But I don't fucking feel bad for you. It's not my fault. I was just born to do this. Am I supposed to apologize for that, Tony Khan? I don't think so. That was a fucking rhetorical question. What I would like is non-rhetorical questions. That's what I would love. Also, anybody see what I beat Darby Allin with for a second time? Can somebody remind me real quick in the room? What was the maneuver? Oh, that's right. I beat Darby Allin twice with a fucking headlock takeover. Holy shit. That's embarrassing. You know, it's funny. It's getting to the point where I feel like me beating my competition with a headlock takeover kind of sums up my competition in general in this company. You're running out of motherfuckers to get that belt off of me. No offense. And it's getting fucking sad. Questions?
Righteous Reg,
Yeah.
Draft City Podcast.
Yeah, I know
Pro
you.
Wrestling
Yeah.
Illustrated.
Now I work with your friend, unfortunately. He's kind of a piece of shit. You can laugh. It's fine.
Off a rip. Max, come on. I thought he was nice. Yeah, okay. Righteous Reg, PWI, Draft City Podcast.
You know, do you,
Max.
Why do you have to do that every time?
I mean,
It's like,
because I have to let him know, Max.
whatever, man.
You're the AEW World Champion, Max.
Yeah, no shit. Triple B. Best in the
But
world. Yeah.
you weren't the last match of the show.
You're right.
Does that hurt you? Does that make you upset?
No. Why the fuck would I want to roll around in John Moxley's blood? I'm fucking good on that, okay? No thanks. Also, realistically, whether it's this company or WWE, I think the world title having to go on last kind of is dead in wrestling. And also now, how many pay-per-views has the world title not going on last in this company?
Well, Double or Nothing, several times that you were actually in the Stadium Stampede that went on
that's true. That's
after the world title
Yeah, yeah.
at Double or Nothing
Yep, I'm a big dick
2021,
boy,
and
that's
also
true.
in
Yep.
2020, John Moxley versus Brody Lee.
Yep.
So, you know, at Double or Nothing, actually 3 out of the 5 years we've ended it with a wild multi-person match like this. And to have the world champion out there in a great match, I thought it certainly there was a precedent for it, but the match itself was unprecedented. It was a great match.
But yeah, I'd rather not run around in all that fucking mid-blood. Like, can we get real quick? That's fucking disgusting. Wheeler Yuta was in that match. You think I want to roll around in Wheeler Yuta blood?
He was the only person who didn't bleed tonight, I think.
Did
actually,
he
in
not
that match.
bleed?
He was the only one, I think.
Wow. Congrats. All right. Next.
Dominic D'Angelo, adfreeshows.com. And I also work for Kevin Nash. Click this podcast.
Kevin Nash. I know
yes.
Kevin. He's a big mark for my shit. He's also literally a big
He's a big dude.
mark. Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He's very big.
But the question I kind of wanted to tie into that.
Yeah.
What do you kind
Your
of
eyes
see?
are kind of like this, so it's hard. Which one do you want me to look at?
This one.
Okay.
We'll go with
The
this
left
one.
eye.
Left
Well,
eye
it's
works
my
better.
left, your right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. So, question I kind of have though is when it comes to younger stars and some of the people that you work with, and you said it yourself, there's like not a lot of competition happening there. What do you think people could learn, younger talent could kind of learn from somebody like a Kevin Nash or somebody with the mindset that you kind of have for wrestling?
I think what you can learn is what we're seeing now. I posted on social media, and social media is a dirty, dirty drug these days. I almost wish I never go on social media because it's filled with, let's be honest, 7%. This is actually a factual stat that I'm hitting you with. 7% of our audience, overall audience, is using Twitter. It's essentially an echo chamber. And when you think about professional wrestling takes, I liken it to somebody going to a restaurant, eating the food, and then bothering to get on their phone and write a Yelp review. Raise your hand if you've actually written a Yelp review. There's not a single person in the room who's done that, because that's fucking lame as shit. And you should have better time, like, to do other shit. Grow the fuck up. But I posted something on the dirty social media, and I said what I wish people would learn is wrestling fans are bloodthirsty, disgusting marks that don't care about our well-being, right? Nobody gives a fuck that my forearm's fucked. You don't care. You were just fucking amped that you saw me fucking dump Darby Allin on his head. Granted, so was fucking I, but still, you don't give a fuck about us. You pretend you do, but you don't give a fuck about us. You care about us just as much as, I don't know, the fucking leader of the Romans cared about his fucking gladiators. You don't give a shit. So what I wish young guys would understand and learn is you get way more out of being a charismatic phenom than you do out of fucking risking your life trying to do a maneuver that, quite frankly, might not win you the match. Now, for me, every single thing that I do in professional wrestling is very meticulous, because every single thing I do is to try to win. I'm not trying to waste my fucking time out there. Now, I will do some things to prove a fucking point, like a fucking headlock takeover, but I digress. Stop being fucking idiots. These people don't pay your salaries. Grow up. Next question.
Hi, Xenia from Xenia to That.
I know you.
So we recently saw a lot of open challenges. Orange Cassidy issued an open challenge before the pay-per-view. We've been seeing the House of Black about that. Would you issue an open challenge?
Feels like work fucking smarter, not dumber. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Why the fuck? Dude, again, let's talk about bad takes. MJF needs to wrestle more. Every time I wrestle, first of all, it's a fucking classic. So I don't have a point to fucking prove. I wrestle when I literally have to. I don't get paid by the fucking hour. Do I get paid by the fucking hour?
No.
Nope. I get paid by a winner's motherfucking purse. Right? But when you're the world champion, that winner's purse is fucking that, dude. So I don't have to wrestle all the fucking time. So let that Mark Orange Cassidy wrestle every single fucking week. I'm a star. I don't need to wrestle every fucking week. I wrestle when I feel like it. Next question.
Hi, Mark Hoke, the Mark Hoke Show, 1015 FM K-Don here in Las Vegas. Congratulations on your victory tonight, sir.
Congrats on having type 3 diabetes, Mark. How may I help you?
Not quite.
Pretty
quite.
fat, but it's okay. What's your question?
It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, you just said to Tony that you're running out of challengers. What do you want your next challenge to be?
I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck. I'm just going to pin him and he's going to pay me, and that's the end of the story. And look, you want to get real? Okay. I think everyone's scared. Point blank. I think people in this company are afraid to wrestle me because they know that I'm going to outclass them on the microphone and in the ring. If there is a matchup that you think should happen, the reason it hasn't happened is because they are terrified of getting outclassed by me. Done. Next question.
Harry Ruiz with Raider Nation Radio. Max 4 years ago.
You got like Dumbo ears, man. Anybody ever tell you that?
Actually,
like
I have.
fucking...
4 years ago,
Yeah.
you participated in the first ever match in
Mhm.
AEW history here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Now you just defended your title again, but now here in the city where it all started. What has been your biggest challenge in those 4 years to get to where you are right now, being the biggest champ?
Brian Alvarez, stop smiling so much at me. I'm not gonna stop. What a weirdo. How does it make me feel? And what was a challenge? Is that what you had? I'm sorry. Your ears were fucking freaking me out. The biggest challenge, frankly, is cementing a legacy, because pro wrestling fans have never been more fickle in the history of this sport. And I think we can all agree on that. One week, I'm the best professional wrestler in the world. The next week, I'm the drizzling shits. And that's not just me. That's every single professional wrestler on the planet. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because we have everything like this. I want food. Press a button. It comes to your house, just like your limp dick. I want something off Amazon. I'm not going to do it again to the table because you're going to look stupid if I do it again. Boom. You press something, it comes to your house. I want to talk to somebody. You go on your phone, you text them. It gets sent to them immediately. We live in a new world. So people want instant gratification. Right now. I want it great right now. What? I don't believe in that. I believe in the sport of professional wrestling. I believe in things being built to. I believe in contenders for me being built up so they are worthy of a match. I don't believe in just throwing myself out there to appease you people like a dancing fucking monkey. That is not my job, and it never will be. So, yeah.
Hello, Michael Sidgwick from What Culture Wrestling. You've expressed your disdain.
I just want to time out. One of the only professional wrestling podcasts that's actually worth a fuck. Just wanted to say that.
Thank you very much, Max. Yeah. You've expressed your disdain for New Japan Pro Wrestling quite frequently.
God, yeah.
Who would you like to defeat at Forbidden Door?
If you're going to wrestle in Forbidden Door? Fuck that.
To prove that you're better than that promotion.
Oh, God. It's a fucking indie fed, dude. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. Look, with all due respect, their greatest legend probably couldn't lace my boots. I think I would make anybody on that roster look silly, and I don't want to waste my time. I'm a very busy man. There's your answer. I think New Japan Pro Wrestling sucks, except that Great O'Khan guy. He pops me. I like him. But everybody else there is the drizzling shits. I don't know. It reminds me of just like a local indie fed.
Here we go. Last question.
Hey, MJF, the schmo with the schmozome. Nice to see you. You look good. Got a question for you. You're raising up your profile every day. You're trying to make a legacy for yourself. But what do you think it's going to take that next step over the top to have the name to be one of the greatest this sport's ever seen?
Okay. I'm already there. Next question. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Schmo.
Schmo.
If I literally retired today, this is not hyperbole. I've had one of the best professional wrestling runs in the history of the business. That's a fact. Best oratory exhibitions, best Iron Man match, best singles dog collar match. Tonight I just had the best four-way. And also some of the best rivalries in the history of the sport. Cody Rhodes, Wardlow, CM Punk, Danielson, and that's just to name a few. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I called it quits, I've had a Hall of Fame career, which is why, quite frankly, when I say take my ball and go home, earmuffs, Tony, everybody thinks I'm talking about WWE, right? And now, does Nick Khan want me to fucking work in his company? Sure. Does Triple H want me to work in his company? Sure. Calm down. Everything's fine. Or maybe it's not. But I'm kind of bored of this sport, and I'm bored of the lack of respect from professional wrestling fans. So when I say take my ball and go home, I mean literally just hang it up and fuck up the lineage of this title. Because frankly, I don't know if anybody's worthy of beating me for this thing. Now, I'm not just going to hand it away. Why the fuck would I do that? I earned this thing. So please, by all means, take it off of me. Somebody put me out of my fucking misery. But until then, we'll see what happens.
Thank you, MJF.
Sick. Bye, Tony.
Oh, you suck, Max. Don't forget.